So I think we're tired of seeing each other. I know that. So it'll be fun to get out there and play a good opponent. And they've done a lot from the winter to the spring to fall camp to now. It's fun to see this team kind of come together and create their own identity throughout the summer, and especially the summer and the fall camp. And I think they're excited, obviously, but I think you're going to have a certain confidence about them and stuff that we've been able to put in and install. I think the guys are playing at a high level right now.
You feel challenged from the get-go with a veteran quarterback, a team that won 10 games last year. Is that kind of the exciting, more so than just going into week one? Is like, we know we're getting tested from the opening snap.
Oh, absolutely. I think you come to play college football, you should always expect to play good competition and good games. And Fresno's no different, So, they lost a lot of production from their offense last year. However, they're going to be good enough and they're going to come back and have a lot. So I think there's a very confident team coming from California this way because of the success that they did have last year. And they're not going to be scared to walk into Ross-Ade right now. But I think, it'll be a good matchup for us. And I'm excited to see how these guys go out there and perform.
Do you have any specific goals or benchmarks you guys want to reach as a defense?
I think we have a set of team goals. I think those are the ones that matter most. If we accomplish those things, I think we've done our job on defense too. So we want to go out there, we want to have success. We want 3 and outs, we want takeaways, we want all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if guys just kind of do their job, play hard, and play harder than the other team, run to the ball, I think everything will take care of itself. So I think the standard our guys have set for themselves and how they play is kind of what we're expecting on game day. And if that upholds true, then we'll be okay.
What did Cole do on the defensive front that earned him a spot to, get that start on Saturday?
He's a massive human being, and Cole's beautiful, man. So, I tell you what, he's been able to go out there and he's getting better every day, every week. Ever since we've gotten here, he's gotten a little bit better. And he's really bought in, I think, to what Coach Haley and those guys have really preached. He's just doing his job. I think if everybody in the world just did their job, it'd be a much better place. That's what he's doing. He's doing his job, and because of that, he's going to make a lot of plays.
You've stressed before that communication is everything in a defense. How do you work on that when you have a group of guys who've never played together?
Every day. It's how we communicate in meetings, to how we walk through walkthroughs, through practice, and we have music playing out here, so it forces them to have to communicate through loud environments, which hopefully, Saturday it's going to be loud in the stadium. And so I think every day, the downfall of all societies is lack of communication, and I feel like we stress this so much in every day in what we do, whether it's academics to football to anything. We try to over-communicate here, and our guys will tell you, the communication is put at a premium here.
You also have a few guys on the roster that are having their very first college start, Janis, Dylan, and what have you seen from them that has shown you that they're ready for that, and what have you done to get them prepared?
I think their performance speaks for itself since they've been here. Since I've been here, I think Dylan came in and has really shown what he can do. He's a very smart and athletic individual. Has gone and just does it again. I go back to doing your job. He does his job and does it well. Janis come in and has worked his way into where he's going to have a role on the field on Saturday. So I think the equation is very simple. Just being able to show up, do your job, work hard, and those guys have been able to do that type of stuff on a consistent basis.
Dylan he seems to be like a very special talent, and Sanusi said he came in here at a position that had 2 senior starters returning and pushed those guys. I mean, that's what you asked for, but how rare is that a true freshman comes in and basically pushes guys that feel like they haven't jumped cemented?
I think Dylan comes from a strong family. I think he's got a mentality about him where he wants to be the best. So walking in the door, he already had that mentality. So that always helps, and to not shy away from anybody. I think that's a credit to who he is and how he was raised, and the guys have welcomed him with open arms too. I think you watch him play, and he just does his job. I think I've said that about a million times in this conversation, but he literally goes out there and executes his role at a high level, and people notice that from the get-go with him. So he's just kind of built on that, and every day he's gotten better and better and better, and he has no setbacks. So now you come out there on Saturday, he's going to be his first time in a college football arena, so there's going to be some awe factor involved, but when the ball snaps, I have no doubt he's going to come in there just like he did in winter and just go out there and work and perform.
Something Graham talked about yesterday was making sure the guys know that they just need to do their jobs and stay disciplined. How do you kind of find a balance between making sure they're aggressive and excited, but also make sure they're disciplined and do their job?
Yeah, I think it's part of what we do defensively. You know, I think we've you know, the new system we have in here, it allows them to play with fundamentals rather than think about what they're doing. And because of that, they can play faster that way. So again, it's like my fundamental is to do this, and that's my job. We've done it a million times now. Now I can execute that at a high level and get out there and play. You know, so the more we can slow things down for them pre-snap, the faster they're going to play post-snap. So I think that's what we've been trying to do throughout the course of our time here.
How much is that internal competition? Sanusi just said, if I'm lowering the boom, that means I have to get to the ball before Nick, and Nick gets to the ball pretty quick. So
yeah, that's right.
These guys are all pushing each other, but collectively, that's a great thing for you.
That's absolutely. I mean, when the guys are pushing each other, it makes our jobs easier as coaches. You know, we can worry about the X's and O's rather than being the cheerleader and rah-rah all the time. You know, so when you have leaders like Sanusi and Nick and those guys that are constantly bantering with each other about who's going to make more plays, then we're going to have success, I think. You know, and we can worry about the finer details of things. And hey, in this alignment, this is what's going on versus how can I motivate these guys to do something? You know, so we're going to do all that stuff along the way. But when you got the good leadership, you got a chance.